Remember that the behavior of each one depends on the destiny of all. Alejandro Magno. Hello, my name is Ana Calderon. I'm 17 years old and I'm from the capital of Ecuador, Quito. What does opening the world mean to me? When I think about this question, I think about all the world conflicts that affect us today, such as poverty, wars, and even health problems. But I believe that in order to open up the world, we must first learn to take care of it. So, I will talk about climate change and global warming, which are some of the biggest and most transcendental problems that exist today. In my opinion, this is a problem in which we should all get involved, leaving aside the political and social problems regardless of our skin color, religion, or of the country we come from. So we should join together to try to lessen the impact we have against this big problem because climate change could end the world in which we live in the shortest possible time. Climate change is a global challenge that has no borders, and to combat it requires coordinated work by all countries. Let us not forget that when we talk about open up the world, we are not only talking about trying to make the world a better place for human beings, but also for the animals and plants that feed us and provide us with the mechanism to life. First, I'm going to tell you what climate change means. According to the United Nations Framework Convention, it is understood as a change in climate attributed directly or indirectly to human activity that alters the composition of the global atmosphere and that adds to the natural variability of climate observed over incomparable periods of time. Now that we have clear about the meaning of climate change, we can say that from the actions we take, we can affect not only ourselves but the whole world, both human beings and animals and plants. Since in recent years, without realizing it, we have been changing the entire planet, especially the poles. The major causes of climate change and global warming are large factories, a great increase of overpopulation, deforestation, and the destruction of both terrestrial and marine ecosystems. We may not realize, and above all, we may not be aware that just by throwing away a piece of paper or a candy wrapper in the street, we are causing what could be a great threat to the world, causing damage to the ozone layer and polluting the sea. How can we help to try curb climate change? First, there is something very important that we have been taught since we were children or we were seen in advertising of certain brands, in advertisement or posters, and perhaps a small part of of the population has it taken seriously. What I'm talking about is the rule of 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Even though we may think that it may be something insignificant and may not be for great help, in reality it's because we can start from something small than thus a child that we all join together so that with this small rule we can form something so big that can help to reduce the pollution. There are a million information of the internet that could give us street ideas or how to help the environment. Let's use the internet, especially social networks, to inform what is happening in the world and how it affects us, to make people aware of their actions and thus people the world to be a better place to live, and also to unite us all without creating polarization or wars. Let us not minimize the problems. I invite you all to prioritize these problems and do something about them and not wash your hands or stand idly by while there are animals, plants, and even people dying because of climate change and global warming. Let's take into account that it's not going to do us any good to try to open up the world if it is being damaged and ending faster and faster by our own actions. Let's take care of ourselves and everyone else in order to have a new perspective of the world and their habitants. Thanks.